Hi, I'm Serena, and I know what you're thinking. She looks nothing like her family. That's because I was adopted when I was a baby. I was born in Romania, and I might have taken that small piece of trivia a little too seriously. Oh, I can't water the plants. Romanians are allergic to the sun. Does this broccoli have garlic on it? Romanians don't eat garlic, Mommy. But I have to sleep inside this cardboard box. It's a Romanian thing. You won't get it. That's a vampire thing, doofus. Now sleep in a bed like a proper human child. God, you're so dumb. I wasn't dumb. I was quirky and cute. But Fred was right. I just never seemed to make the smartest choices. Fred wasn't only my brother. He was also my best bud growing up. He was super smart and solved math equations in his sleep, but he was really awkward and hated outdoor activities. Come out, Fred! Look at all these butterflies coming out of their raccoons! It's cocoons and no thank you. You know they start off as icky caterpillars, right? Quit being such a party pooper and come play with me! But Fred just stayed inside. I chased the butterflies and didn't realize when I ended up rather far from home. I was about to find my way back when suddenly this weird woman came out of nowhere and started showering me with kisses. Ew, get your germy lips off of me! I'm warning you, I know Kung Fu. Serena, I'm your aunt. I know your real mother. She wants to meet you at the ice cream shop. My what now? I didn't really care about finding my real family. I was happy with the one I had. But since ice cream was involved, I was suddenly curious. I was about to get into her van when suddenly a couple of police cars came screeching to a stop before us, and the officers arrested my aunt. They took me to the station with them, and moments later, Mom and Dad came running in and hugged me super tight. Oh, Serena, thank God you're safe. You can't go so far from home. That woman is a kidnapper the police have been trying to catch. She works at the adoption agency and picks up adopted kids for ransom money. Luckily, they caught her in time. Whoa. The psycho woman was jailed for 25 years. But from that day on, my parents were attached to me like my shadow and treated me like a porcelain doll. They wrapped me up in bubble wrap when I wanted to jump on the trampoline. They put me on a baby leash when we went out in public. They even missed Fred's science fairs and chess matches because they couldn't trust anyone to babysit me. You only have yourself to blame. Who's dumb enough to just walk off with a random stranger? Me, of course. I was nothing special. I had no brains and no passion. Most of the time, I felt a little lost. But one day, I saw this 16-year-old Russian swimmer, Mariana, win a gold medal on TV, and my whole life changed. I had posters of her all over my room and even bought all of her merchandise. I was obsessed. I want to be just like Mariana. She's a year older than me and she's achieved so much. But swimming is dangerous, sweetie. You could slip and hit your head. I could do that in the kitchen too. We should baby-proof the kitchen. What? No, I'm not a baby. Please, will you just let me try something for once? I'm sick of staying at home. I begged and whined and threw a couple of tantrums, and finally they agreed to take me to a kiddie pool. Whatever. I was determined to make the best of it, and when I entered the water, it felt like I was finally in my element. I aced all the lessons and turned out to be a natural. Within a year, I joined the high school swim team and even won a local competition. And Mom and Dad finally stopped freaking out like headless chickens. Then I started 10th grade and things just went bonkers. On the very first day, I was rushing to the shower when I slipped and went crashing into a girl. I'm so sorry. Oh my God. What? You're Mariana. Am I dreaming? Ouch. This is definitely real. I am such a huge fan. Oh really? Is that why you tried to injure me? What? It was an accident. Huh, I doubt it. I eat jealous little wannabes like you for breakfast. Now, stay out of my way or I'll crush you. What a diva! I found out from the head coach that Mariana was recovering from an injury at the local state-of-the-art medical center and would be attending our high school while she was here. Just my luck. The universe sent my idol to my school and she already hates me. I tried to do damage control and got her some welcome flowers and cheesecake, but she started sneezing and gagging and threw everything in the trash. Are you trying to sabotage me? I'm lactose intolerant and allergic to roses. How was I supposed to know that? You said you were my fan and you don't know this? Some fan you are. I was just trying to be nice. Nice gets you nowhere. Work on your swimming instead, loser. Okay, that's enough. I know you're an international champion, but you can't treat me like this. I really admired you, but now I can see you're just a brat with a swollen head. Get over yourself. Huh, you wish you could be me. I have more talent in my injured little toe than you have in your whole entire body. You can put your entire foot in your mouth because at the next swim meet, I'm gonna beat you. I accept the challenge, although it's hardly a challenge. I was pumped. I trained extra hard and spent so much time in the pool, I started looking like a wrinkly old grandma. But on the day of the swim meet, Mariana spilled an entire bottle of conditioner on me right before the start. Oops, I'm so sorry. Your skin looked like it needed it. I was fuming. I took another quick shower, but I was super late. And when the whistle blew, I was so out of it that I flopped into the water like a dying fish. I lost badly, and Mariana sailed through the water gracefully like a swan. But what she did next shocked the bubbly farts right out of me. Mariana stepped off the stage after taking her prize and kissed Fred. Hey, what the heck are you doing to my brother? Stand behind me, Fred. I'll protect you from this soul-sucking mermaid. Serena, Fred has told me so much about you. We met in the library the other day, and I said I was craving some Russian pastries. He got me some the very next day. Fred is a real gentleman. And you're a real lady. What was happening? Fred looked genuinely happy, but Mariana was bad news. The way she'd swam earlier, it didn't look like she was injured at all. But before I could confront her, they left. What a bunch of love-struck jerks! I was so depressed, I spent a couple of hours at my favorite ice cream shop eating my feelings. But once the banana splits were gone, I headed home and, to my surprise, I saw Mariana across the street. She was dressed like some weird spy and went inside a dirty-looking alley. I followed her and saw that she was buying a weird packet from some homeless dude. Hey, what you got there, bestie? Did you hit your head on that dive? I am not your bestie. Is it Russian candy? Is it a wig? Or is it a whole new personality you use only when Fred's around? It's your brother's heart, and it's all mine. She was a piece of work and super suspicious. I wanted to follow her, but I was already late. Mom and Dad would probably send a SWAT team after me. So that night, I borrowed Fred's laptop and did some research. I found a few articles about Mariana's injury, but then I found a creepy Reddit thread about athletes using performance-enhancing pills. I was shocked. Is that how Mariana had swum so well in the competition with an injury? I had to find out. But the next day, I walked into school and everyone was talking about Mariana and Fred like they were a celebrity couple. Fred, of all people, was popular. He suddenly had this confidence I'd never seen before. It was kinda awesome. But Mariana was ruining swimming for me. We've decided. I'll take your place on the swim team for regionals. What? You can't do that. You're not even a permanent student. Aren't you supposed to be injured and resting? Coach! I'm sorry, Serena. We have a chance to compete with an international gold medalist on our team. And she seems strong enough now. I was so mad I tore up all of her posters from my room and trashed all the merchandise. All I'd wanted to be was noticed by my idol, but she just turned out to be a massive jerk. I was gonna bring her down if it was the last thing I did. Hey, Mariana told me what happened. It was really sweet of you to give her your place. She really needed this. I didn't give up anything. Your evil girlfriend pushed me out. Swimming is the only thing I'm good at, but she couldn't even let me have it. Look, I know you're hurt, but she's a good person. It's all an act. She's only pretending to be your girlfriend to get under my skin. Yes, Serena. I'm sure my relationship is all about you. Everything is always about you. The only reason a girl could want to be with me is to get back at you. Not because I have anything worth liking, right? Wow, I didn't know you were so desperate to be liked, you'll defend the devil herself. Some brother you turned out to be. I hated the look of hurt in Fred's eyes, but I was just so mad. The next day, I sneaked into the gym and went through Mariana's locker, and I found the package she'd taken from the man in the alley, and it had pills inside. I ran to the head coach and showed him everything. Mariana went ballistic. They aren't what you think. I'm not a cheat. Then explain how your injury healed so quickly. You're lying, Mariana, and I have proof.
Stop this, Serena. You don't know what you're talking about.
No. For once, I'm the smart one and you're being dumb. She played you with her big eyes and pretty face. She's just a cheating witch. Stop calling me that. And then she pushed me into the water. The head coach insisted on getting her tested and she went bananas. She started ripping up pool noodles with her teeth and threw swimming flippers at the students like a mad person. 2 coaches had to drag her away and she was suspended during the investigation. But I wasn't even happy about it. My teammates were mad at me for being a sneak. Fred wasn't talking to me and Mariana, all the blood work came out clear. Turns out, the pills were special Russian vitamins. But she was so messed up with all the media attention and headlines, she completely failed at the regionals. I felt like a total jerk. It was time for me to apologize. Hey, I'm sorry about the whole mix-up. As if your plan worked. I lost the competition and my reputation. Now you can have your perfect life back. Perfect? My life is not perfect. My adoptive family is the bomb, but I've always felt a bit lost since I was a kid. Swimming makes me feel like I belong, and you took that away from me. Yes, I did. Because I'm better at it, and it's good for the team. But Fred was right. You're a selfish, spoiled brat who only thinks about herself. I was so mad, I slapped her hard across the cheek. We were rolling around on the floor fighting like cats, when suddenly Fred came in between.
What the heck is wrong with you two?
She started it. She's always hated me.
That's enough. I love you both, but this needs to stop.
You love me? Are you okay? Do you have brain fever?
Stop it, Serena. After all these years, I've taken a back seat while Mom and Dad obsessed over you. I thought you'd be okay with me being the center of attention for once.
It was true. Mom and Dad always went out of their way to make me happy and keep me safe. They hardly ever talked about Fred. I was selfish and felt terrible for not realizing it before.
And Mariana, you can't blame Serena for jumping to conclusions when she doesn't know the truth.
What truth? Suddenly, Mariana looked so sad, it broke my heart. My family had to flee Russia. Some really bad men were after my father, and I had to fake an injury, so they would give us quick visas to come to America for my medical treatment. Now, I can never go back, and I can never swim for another country if I want to keep my family safe. That's why I wanted to be part of the swim team so badly. But that doesn't explain why you're so mean and horrible. It's all I knew. In Russia, you don't become a champion by being nice and sweet. You have to be really tough and fight for your place. It will be a hard habit to break, but I see you all as competition, especially you. You're good. She said it reluctantly, but she said it, and I was on cloud 9. Aw, that's all I ever wanted to hear from you. Get away from me, or I'll take the words back. You can't take it back now. You think I'm good, and we'll be on the same team together. It's gonna be epic. Is your sister crazy? What is wrong with her? Why is she so huggy?
She's just really happy, and so am I.
Hi, I'm Ava from Ohio. It was always a breeze for me. I aced all my classes, math, English, science, you name it, all A's. But grades were never my main concern because I had a bigger dream, to become an Olympic gymnast. My gymnastics coach Jenny saw potential in me. I was her star student, and she was confident I'd bring home a gold medal someday. Jenny was more than a coach to me. She was like a second mom. She'd invite me over for dinner after practices, and I found myself going over quite often. You see, my own mom wasn't a bad person, but we didn't always get along perfectly. She was often moody and quick to anger, which made my 3 older brothers keep their distance as much as possible. I knew she wasn't a bad person, she was just a bit challenging at times, and hanging out with Jenny just felt easier. One night, after a really hard practice, Jenny saw I was feeling down, so she took me to her place, picked out some inspiring sports movies, and got my favorite snacks ready. Ava, when you're out there, you're not just doing gymnastics, you're showing everyone what it means to love what you do. That's why you're amazing. We laughed, cried a bit watching the movies, and talked about our dreams, but Jenny had one flaw. Her daughter, Becca, a year older than me, often behaved like she was 5 years younger than me. She was impulsive and wild. Becca would dress weirdly and act irrationally, and she never respected Jenny. During dinner one time, she showed up wearing the brightest neon colors and chewing gum. You know, Mom, I always thought I looked like you, but today, I looked in the mirror and I suddenly realized that I
I was pretty, like model pretty. So there's no way I look like you because, Mom, let's face it, you're ugly.
Well, I'd love for my daughter to be prettier than me. Any real mom would love that.
Real Mom? Yeah, right. You're a hypocrite who's too busy kissing her trainee's butt for some extra money.
No, she's nice to me because I'm good with her and treat her well.
So why don't you go home and be good with your own mom? This is not normal. You have your family, spend time with them. Try it.
That's enough.
It's okay, Jenny. I'm leaving anyway. Are you joining us for breakfast? Then maybe Mom might make breakfast for a change. Otherwise, she's hurrying off every morning for your training sessions.
And with that, she left for some late party. Jenny apologized to me and I said it was fine. I kissed her cheek and left. But after that day, Jenny suddenly changed. She became distant and colder towards me. Then, unexpectedly, she said she couldn't be my coach anymore. With the Olympic trials just a month away, I couldn't understand why.
Why, Coach? Why are you quitting on me now?
You're amazing. Really, it's just...
Is it because of Becca? I promise, I'll stop hanging out at your place.
She wouldn't spill what was really going on. She just kept crying and saying she was sorry and then shut down her gym.
Next thing I knew, she'd even moved from her current place.
I was crushed. I stayed in my room for days, feeling really down. I thought I was done with gymnastics. Without Jenny, it seemed pointless. I swore I'd never practice again. My brothers did their best to make me feel better. They even tried reaching out to Jenny, but no luck there. Then one day, Mom came into my room and said something that really hit me hard. You're my favorite, and it hurts me to see you this sad. I know it's tough, but your talent and determination make me so proud to be your mom. Maybe you could try to start training again? What Mom said really affected me. Even though she had always let me do what I wanted, I never really knew she appreciated my talent so much. I decided to push away the hurt I felt at being let down by Jenny and focus on the love I had for my real mom. And her encouragement made it feel right to pick up gymnastics again. But little did I know, training for the Olympics on my own would be a lot harder than I'd imagined, especially when I found out that Olivia, the richest and most popular girl in school, was a gymnast too, and she was going to do anything to get me to give up. She'd turn up in the gym whenever I was practicing and kept ruining my focus with her dumb comments. Next, my equipment started disappearing from my locker. I knew it was Olivia trying to sabotage me, so I started hiding it in the school boiler room. Olivia had a boyfriend named Derek. He was a nice guy, not like Olivia at all. He wasn't rich or from her social circle, and I thought Olivia was only with him because he was attractive and seemed perfect. They often fought in public. Olivia would yell at him, calling him terrible names. When he finally said he wanted to break up, she'd start crying and begging for forgiveness, making a scene until he stayed. Even though she was richer and more powerful, she acted as if he was the boss in their relationship, which was odd because she was usually so tough and bossy. One day, while I was practicing my routine in the school gymnasium, Derek saw me do 2 full rotations in a pike position during basketball practice.
Whoa, Ava, that was amazing! How'd you learn to do that?
I told him I was naturally good at most sports, and we were having a good time talking when Olivia walked into the gym, and when she saw the two of us together, she got jealous.
Nice shirt, Ava. Where did you get it from? The Lost and Found?
Whoa, babe, that wasn't very nice.
Are you joking, Derek? It looks awful.
I don't think it's awful at all. Why are you always like this?
As the two of them started fighting, I walked out of the gym to avoid their drama. Then, later that day, Derek caught up with me and said he and Olivia had broken up.
Ava, would you like to have dinner with me sometime?
Are you asking me out?
Yeah, is that okay?
Isn't it too soon? You just broke up with Olivia.
I've broken up with her 100 times before, Ava. Our relationship's been over for a long time, but if you don't feel comfortable with this, I understand.
I guess losing my coach and training alone had made me feel quite low lately, and Derek seems like a nice guy, so I said yes. That was a huge mistake. At first, Derek was great. He was fun and seemed to care a lot, and I appreciated his love and support. But after a few days, Derek started to act like I owed him everything. He got super clingy and always wanted me to hang out with him. I can't today. I have practice.
I don't get it. I left Olivia for you because I thought you were nicer, but you're just an arrogant snob.
Suddenly, I could see through him. He was just trying to mess with my head. Maybe even Olivia had put him up to it to throw me off my training. I see what you're up to, Derek, but why? Are you just playing games like you did with Olivia? Or are you caught up in Olivia's games?
Do you really see what I'm up to? Here's a clue. Coach Jenny.
What does Coach Jenny have to do with you?
Let me spell it out for you. Becca, Jenny's daughter.
What? Why would you be involved with that psycho?
Don't call her that, okay? I don't like that.
Oh, Wow, so there is someone who sent you to ruin my life, but it's not Olivia. It's Becca?
Oh, Olivia's nobody. Her tough act is just a facade. She's the weakest person I've met. I had the best time with her. She'd buy me whatever food I wanted. Yes, she's crazy and would call me names whenever I drove her mad, but she'd regret it instantly like a scared toddler.
Okay, listen. I'm bored of this drama already. It's over, we're over. I go back to my training, and you go back to your girl. Olivia if you're hungry, or Becca if you're thirsty.
You might actually want to head home and see what's going on there.
What do you mean by that?
After what we did to Jenny, you think we'd stop? It's your turn, babe.
What do you mean? What did you do to Jenny?
Man, you're annoying. I'm out of here. Just go home.
With that, he stormed off. I felt a mix of confusion and worry. What had they done to Jenny? And what was happening at my house? Driven by fear, I rushed home. And upon arriving, I was shocked to see smoke billowing from the house. I ran to my neighbors, who immediately called 911. The police and firefighters arrived on the scene in minutes. Fortunately, nobody was home, so there were no injuries. And because I got there when I did, the house didn't suffer much damage. I shared Derek's comments with the police, but they got back to me later saying he denied having said anything of the sort, and they had no proof to take any action against him. Also, when they'd tracked Jenny's address down and gone to her place, her daughter had answered the door saying she was completely fine. Becca can't be trusted. Can you please give me the address so I can make sure?
That's private information, ma'am. We can't disclose it. You are not related to Miss Jenny in any way, and if her daughter says she is okay, we have no reason to believe otherwise.
After the fire incident, I felt upset and lost and unable to focus on anything. Finally, I decided to meet up with Olivia and told her everything, who was apparently also fed up with Derek for being a manipulative jerk. I know we're not friends, but sometimes you have to join forces with an enemy to take down a common one. Do you have any clue what Derek meant? He once introduced me to his cousin named Becca, which was obviously a lie. He talked about her having a rough time with her mom and said he was helping her. I actually have Becca's number. Can you reach out to her? Get her to meet me, please? I have to find out if Jenny is okay. I might do that, or maybe even more. My dad can hire someone to track down Jenny for you, and in exchange, you want me to back out of the competition so you have a better shot at winning, huh? Exactly. Deal. But for now, can you arrange a meeting with her? Just tell her you want to meet her. Don't mention me, of course. The night before the big meetup with Becca, I couldn't shake off the unease. I was about to trade my dreams for some peace of mind. All the sweat and tears I'd shed in the gym would go to waste, but I also needed to know if Jenny was okay. So I ended up pouring my heart out to my mom. I didn't expect much, honestly, but Mom, in her own surprising way, gave me the clarity I desperately needed.
Ava, sometimes the hardest choices reveal our true priorities. It's not just about winning or losing, it's about what you're willing to fight for. Remember, your value isn't measured by a medal, but by the courage to follow your heart, even when it leads down a difficult path.
Her words resonated with me. I was going to meet Becca tomorrow. When I arrived at the cafe, Olivia was waiting for me at the entrance. Her look had a hint of sympathy. Becca isn't alone. Jenny is here too, and I think there's something wrong here. It's like Becca treats Jenny as a slave. She brought her to this meeting to hold her bags and stuff. I was stunned for a few moments. The thought of seeing Jenny made me emotional. Olivia stayed with me for a couple of minutes outside until I calmed down. Then I went inside.
Ava, you can't be here.
Tears welled up in my eyes. Why? What's going on? Ugh, here come the tears. Let's hold hands and cry. What are you even doing here, Ava?
Ava, you know I care about you, but Becca, she's...
What, Mom? Say it, Jenny. This is your chance.
Becca, you've been unstable. She threatened me, Ava. It was getting out of hand. One day, she tried to do what she and Derek did to your house while locking me in the bathroom. She said she'd let me out, only if I promised to close my gym and stop training you.
I'd do anything to ruin you and Ava. Derek and I have more plans. Derek is the only one who loves me and worships me.
I always loved you, but I couldn't make you happy.
Oh, shut up. Suddenly, Becca lunged at her mom. Right then, police officers surrounded us and restrained Becca.
Becca, you're going to need to come with us. We've heard enough, and it sounds serious, so you and Derek might be facing juvenile detention.
Olivia and I had called the police beforehand in case Becca made any confessions, and they heard everything. Thanks, Olivia. Giving up the competition felt worth it. Actually, I think you should compete. May the best girl win. Why help me now, Olivia? I realized winning only means something if I compete with the best, and that's you, Ava. I guess this is me trying to do the right thing for once. So this is about respect? Yeah, respect. And maybe a bit of trying to be better myself. I'm Sorry for everything, Ava. She winked and walked away. Overwhelmed with gratitude, I hugged Jenny again, although I could feel how hurt she was over Becca. Looks like we're back to the hard training, just like old times. And Becca, she'll always be my daughter. I'll do my best to help her, even if she pushes me away. 2 weeks later, standing on the stage, I won first place, surrounded by my proud mom, Jenny's joy, my brother's support, and even Olivia's half smile. I felt on top of the world. True victory comes from within, beyond any medal. Hi, I'm Penny from Nebraska. Except my parents are nomads, which means we travel to another state every month. Before I continue, please like and subscribe. By the time I was 8 years old, I'd lived almost everywhere. I stayed in a tent in the desert, old abandoned houses in the forest, and even in a beach cave. My dad and I couldn't be happier with our crazy life. Pinky promised me, Daddy, you'll never make me go to school, we'll swim every day in the ocean, and you'll take us to the moon one day.
I pinky swear, my love.
Though when I was 13 years old, everything changed. Mom woke me up one morning to tell me her and Dad were splitting up. Dad wanted to keep traveling, while Mom wanted to settle down in the city. Well, I don't want to settle, so I'm gonna keep traveling with Dad, and I really think you should join us.
Penny, I want you to stay with Mom. I love you, but taking you with me is too much work.
But we were gonna see the world together and fly to...
I'm sorry. Good luck, honey.
Dad kissed my forehead, and then he freaking left. Mom and I moved to Nebraska City, and I was shaking with anger. I tore up every picture I had of Dad and threw them in our fireplace. 2 years passed, and all I wanted was to forget about him. Then one day, things took an interesting turn. I went for a walk in the park when a letter flew at my feet. I looked up to see a boy smiling at me through the bushes. Oh my God, you scared me. What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to scare you. I was just too nervous to talk to you, but I still wanted to look at you because you're beautiful.
The boy rose up from the bushes and holy crud, he was majestic.
Take a walk with me. I'll take you somewhere magical.
Okay, Prince Charming. I'm actually gonna jet because I don't go off with strangers. I ran away quickly, but when I reached home, I saw the guy had followed me. All right, now you're just stalking me. Leave me alone or I'll call the police.
You're right. I'm sorry. I can't explain it, but I feel like we're meant to be together. Just let me take you on one date. I'll meet you right here at sunset. If you don't like me after the date, I'll leave you alone. I swear.
Okay, fine. You're kinda cute. But we have to be in a public area around other people. The guy agreed, but when I went out to meet him, I almost fell back in shock. He had landed a golden jet in my driveway.
Hey, gorgeous. Want to fly to Europe for dinner?
Did you just fly here in a gold jet? I didn't even know that was a thing.
Well, I'm a billionaire. I also brought you a few presents. An iPad, some chocolates, and I bought you your own horse.
My jaw dropped open when I literally saw a man trot by on a black horse. This was getting to be a bit too much. Listen, I appreciate all these gifts, but maybe we can just go somewhere simple, like the park we met at? To my relief, the guy agreed and set up a lovely picnic under the trees. He told me his name was Ezra and just wouldn't stop showering me with compliments. Ezra, thanks for all this, but I'm still a little confused. Why do you like me so much? We don't even know each other.
Like I said, I can't explain it, but I know for a fact we're meant to be together. Just wait and see.
As the evening went on, I discovered Ezra and I had literally everything in common. When I told him I liked video games, he showed me a picture of his PS4. When I told him my favorite food was lime cheesecake, he opened a container of it. Then my shoulders started feeling sore since I suffered from neck pain. And before I said anything, Ezra offered to give me a neck rub. How did you know I have shoulder pain? Only my mom knows about that.
I could just tell you were in pain. I understand you in a way nobody else does, Penny.
After Ezra's massage, my neck felt better than ever, which is insane. No doctor or masseuse had ever been able to make my pain go away. As time passed, Ezra and I kept hanging out. He kept buying me every gift I could want, and whenever I needed something, he was always at my beck and call. He was a literal angel. It didn't take me too long to agree to be his girlfriend. Sometime later, Ezra said that he'd transfer to my school next term. I couldn't stop squealing about it to my friend Jenna. I'd love to meet him soon, He sounds like a guy out of a storybook. And dating someone that hot will probably make you super popular. What do you mean popular? Oh, right. I forgot you were homeschooled before you moved here. Being popular means everyone thinks you're cool because you're dating a boy like Ezra? God, my life was just getting better by the second. Ezra met Jenna and I by a quiet bus stop as I kissed him. He even got me a caramel latte. Isn't he perfect? Ezra introduced himself to Jenna, but she just stared at us, looking horrified. Jenna, what's wrong? Why aren't you saying hi to Ezra? Penny? No, I am not saying hi to him. Oh my god, I have to go. With that, Jenna ran off as if Ezra was a monster. What was her deal? I tried asking her about it all day, but she refused to talk to me.
Babe, don't take it personally. She's just mad because you have a loving boyfriend and she's single. She'll get over it.
Finally, the next day I cornered Jenna in the library. Look, I can see you're jealous of Ezra and I'm sorry. I don't want to rub it in your face, but this is the first time I've been happy in years. My parents divorced, my dad left, and I miss traveling. I told Jenna all about what had happened in the past few years and she was actually sympathetic. It's not that I'm jealous. I can see that Ezra makes you happy, which you deserve, but I'm still not happy about you dating him, and I don't think you guys should be together for much longer. I kept asking Jenna why she was so against Ezra, but she refused to talk about it anymore. She even started avoiding me. So Ezra and I kept going out, and finally, the night came when I invited Ezra for dinner to meet Mom. But I was really confused when he didn't show up, or call, or text me. In fact, I didn't hear from him at all the next day either. I was starting to get really worried. I didn't even know where he lived. But on my way to the bus stop the next morning, I saw him sitting on a bench. Ezra, what happened? You totally blew me off last night.
Just go away, Penny. I hate you and I never want to see you again.
What are you talking about? What happened?
I said, get away from me. Do you want me to call the cops?
Ezra stormed off angrily and tears stung my eyes. What did I do to make Ezra so angry? I told Jenna all about it when I got to school. Wow, he broke up with you? I didn't think that would happen. I thought he'd stay with you for longer. Jenna, what are you saying? Do you know something about Ezra that I don't? Do you two know each other? Yeah, we do. I didn't want to say anything before, but I know Ezra and he's bad news, Penny. He used to date a friend of mine and really hurt her. Just stay away from him, please. Judging from Ezra's behavior, Jenna was probably right, but I was still confused and sad for the next coming weeks. Jenna kept trying to cheer me up and suggested she set me up with someone new. So we went on a double date where she introduced me to a guy named Noah, and I actually had fun with him, even though I was still sad about Ezra. I even let Noah walk me home and decided to hug him goodnight. But from behind Noah's shoulder, I saw Ezra sitting on my porch, glaring at me angrily. Oh my God! I sent Noah home immediately and stormed over to my ex-boyfriend. What are you doing here? I haven't seen you in months. Are you ready to finally explain what happened between us?
Oh no, I don't owe you an explanation. I'm just here to tell you that there's no way that Noah guy will ever love you. 'Cause you're the nastiest girl I've ever met.
Funny, because months ago, you said I was the love of your life. I don't know what your problem is, but just back off, Ezra. I'm moving on from you. You can stop insulting me now.
I don't think I will. You're a horrible girl and you don't deserve to be happy or loved. And I'll make sure you never are.
God, what a bully! I started dating Noah and really started liking him. And I felt 10 times better with Ezra out of my life. Then one day, I got a text from Noah to meet him at the movie theater for a date. But when I got there, Noah wasn't waiting for me. Ezra was.
Well, well, well. Look who it is.
It was you who texted? Did you hack Noah's phone?
Even better. I hacked your phone so I could read your messages. Look, Noah will be here any minute and I want to talk to you. And apologize.
It's too late. I want nothing to do with you. I started to walk away, but Ezra put his hand on my shoulders.
Penny, I know I've been a jerk these past few days, but I can explain myself. Give me a chance. If you don't forgive me, then I'll never bother you again. But let's just talk.
I still didn't trust Ezra, but I did want to hear what went on with him. Just then Noah texted me and said he'd be a little late. So Ezra said he'd buy me a soda. He went to go order for me and I went to go fill up my cup. Then suddenly an employee came up to me. "Excuse me, miss? You can't just walk in here and pour yourself a soda. You have to pay." "Oh, my friend is buying it. He's paying right now." But when I looked towards the counter, I realized Ezra had left. What the fudge? I tried explaining the situation to the employee, but she didn't listen. Instead, she called security on me. The guards had me wait outside the manager's office, and as soon as they left, Ezra came up to me.
You're such an idiot, Penny. I lied about buying you a soda. I set the whole thing up so you'd get in trouble.
What? But you said you were gonna apologize and explain yourself.
Oh, you beautiful, naive girl. As if I would ever apologize or explain myself.
Ezra walked away before I could answer, and that's when I realized he was a criminal. That's why Jenna didn't want me dating him. I told the manager and security guards everything. I thought I was in luck since Ezra probably had a criminal record, but they couldn't find anything on him. Then I remembered something. Jenna knew Ezra, and she could help me. I called her immediately and told her everything that happened. That's when I heard her crying over the phone. Penny, this is horrible. I know, you were right. Ezra was a crook. I understand now. I'm gonna call your mom. She needs to know what happened. We'll come meet you there, okay? Oh God, she was getting mom involved? But Jenna hung up before I could say a word. Thankfully, Noah texted me and I told him to meet me at the manager's office. Thank God for him.
Don't worry about anything, babe. We're gonna find this guy and get a restraining order. You're gonna be okay.
After a few minutes, Jenna arrived with Mom and they both told me to sit down. Ugh, here we go. Then suddenly, the door opened and it was Ezra. That jerk better have come to turn himself in. Stay right where you are, Ezra. We're all on to you now.
Penny? Who are you talking to?
That monster over there? He's my ex-boyfriend who framed me?
No, baby. There's no one there. Are you okay?
Yes, he is. Jenna, Mom, you don't see Ezra there? I turned to Jenna right then, but her and Mom were staring at each other with tears in their eyes.
No, Penny. There isn't anyone there. Jenna called me and we talked for a while about your relationship with Ezra. How he brought you a horse, baked you your favorite foods, and adored you. Jenna even saw you kiss him at the bus stop. He was the perfect imaginary boyfriend.
I don't understand. Imaginary boyfriend? You mean Ezra isn't real? I just made him up? Penny, it was my fault. I was the only one who met Ezra. When I saw you hug and kiss the air, at first I thought you were insane, but when you told me what you went through with the divorce and how happy you were for the first time, I decided to play along with it. But then he broke up with you and turned against you, and you were so upset, I didn't know what to do or how to tell you the truth. I was dead silent as I thought back to everything Ezra and I had been through together. I'd sat alone in the park having an imaginary picnic. I'd imagined his love letter at my feet, and as I reached back to feel my neck, it hurt more than ever. The healing massage he'd given me had been in my head. I started to cry then as Mom hugged me. She took me to a therapist after that day to see what had caused the whole thing.
You were heartbroken that your dad left, so you created a perfect boyfriend in your head to give you all the love and attention you needed. And then, eventually, Ezra betrayed you in your mind because your dad betrayed you.
Well, I guess that makes sense. After my therapy appointment, I asked Mom to drop me off at Noah's house to cheer me up. Noah came out to hug me as Mom pulled up in front of his house. Wait, Mom, do you see Noah? Is he real? Please, tell me the truth.
Yes, baby. Noah is real. Yeah, I'm real, and I love you, Penny. And I promise to never hurt you.
That means so much to hear. I love you too, Noah.